Eakin had known hunger all his life. Born in the slums of Arbar, where the air smelled of burning refuse and struggle, he had never owned a new pair of shoes. His mother was a petty trader, selling akara by the roadside, and his father had disappeared years ago, swallowed by the streets. Education was a luxury his family couldn't afford, so he roamed the city, searching for odd jobs to survive. One evening, while staring at the luxurious cars speeding past him on Forks Road, Eakin made a vow he would become rich, no matter the cost. Eakin's desperation led him to a group of boys who had what he wanted: wealth. They wore expensive designers, had the latest iPhones, and spent money like it grew on trees. The leader of the group, Casey, was barely 19 but drove a Lexus. Forget school, Eakin, Casey had told him one night, as they sat in a club, sipping drinks he couldn't afford. Money runs this world. Are you ready to join us or not? Eakin swallowed hard. What do I have to do? The other boys laughed. You're already halfway in, one of them said. All you need is the heart to finish. That night, Casey took him to an old herbalist deep in a forest outside Owerri. The stench of blood and incense filled the air as they walked into the shrine. The herbalist, a bald man with red eyes, studied Eakin. If you want wealth, you must be willing to do what others fear, he said. This is not for the weak. Eakin nodded. He was tired of being weak. The instructions were clear: bring 3 specific items. A newborn's placenta. Human hair from a saloon. Used female pads and pants. Casey explained that they had nurses in hospitals who sold placentas for a fee. These things are thrown away anyway, he said with a smirk. The hair and female pads. Easy. They paid street girls to gather them from trash bins behind salons and hostels. At first, Eakin hesitated, but when Casey transferred 500,000 Nigerian nairas to his account just for his willingness to participate, all his doubts vanished. Money was sweet. He could already imagine moving his mother out of their one-room shack. The rituals were done at midnight. The herbalist chanted, cut deep into Eakin's palm, and smeared the dark mixture on his forehead. From now on, the herbalist whispered, your wealth is tied to this. But be warned, the spirits will take what they want in return. Within weeks, Eakin's life changed. Money poured in. He bought a car, rented a luxurious apartment in Enugu, and started living like a king. His mother was suspicious, but he silenced her with bundles of cash. Just enjoy, Mama, he would say, laughing. But soon, the nightmares started. Every night, he saw a woman crying, her baby snatched from her hands. He would wake up sweating, his chest pounding. Then, the deaths began. The first was Oki, one of the boys in the group. Found dead in his car, blood dripping from his nose. Then, another friend drowned mysteriously in a hotel swimming pool, his body bloated and unrecognizable. One by one, they were dying. Eakin ran to the herbalist in fear. Baba, what is happening? The old man only laughed. Did you think the spirits give for free? They must take back, and sometimes, they choose who they want. Eakin was terrified. He stopped sleeping. He stopped eating. Everywhere he went, he felt eyes watching him. He withdrew from the gang, but it was too late. One evening, he returned home to find his mother on the floor, convulsing. Foam covered her lips. His younger sister was crying, shaking her. Mama, Mama, Eakin screamed, rushing to hold her. But she was gone. He collapsed beside her, wailing. The spirits had taken the most precious thing from him. That night, he drove to the shrine with fire in his eyes. You said it was only business, he screamed at the herbalist. The old man chuckled. You were in a hurry to be rich, weren't you? He leaned forward, his voice a whisper. Wealth that comes too fast never lasts. Eakin's breath caught in his throat. His hands trembled. He had sold his soul for money that could not bring back the one person he had loved most. 3 days later, his car was found by the roadside. The doors were wide open. His phone was still inside. But Eakin was nowhere to be found. Some say he ran mad and disappeared into the forest. Others whisper that the spirits finally came for him. No one ever saw him again. The streets of Arbar still whisper Eakin's name, a cautionary tale for young boys in a hurry to be rich. Wealth earned the wrong way comes with a price, one heavier than anyone can afford to pay.
Thanks for watching.